Okay.
Welcome to the Town of Fairfield Shellfish Commission meeting, December 13th, 2023. Call to order. We have quorum present are John Short, Tim Macklin, Todd Kinke, Cindy Wakeman, and Lizette Enhofer. On the phone is Tim Bishop, Conservation Director. Approval of meeting minutes of November 8th, 2023. Everyone have a chance to take a look at the minutes. Any changes, corrections, questions?
Nothing for me.
I see it good.
All right. Everyone was at the last meeting, or?
I wasn't here.
All right. Did you see the dates for the meetings next year?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyone want to make a motion to approve the minutes of November 8th?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of November 8th, 2023.
I'll make a motion to second them.
Ooh.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. Committee reports. Clam relay and planting was on the
Friday?
Friday, right?
Yeah, Friday. You did it on Friday?
no, Thursday.
Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah.
It
How did it go? What was the weather? Good, nice?
17th?
Mm-hmm.
16th?
Thursday the 17th?
Oh, sorry. Thursday was 16th.
16th. All right. On the 16th, we did a relay. Brought over about 80 bushel of clams. That's all we could get. It's a shorter day, the later you get in the year. And the way the tides lined up, and it was the last day we could do it. So, but there's a lot of good clams in there.
Same bags we normally do, size, whatever?
No, they...
A lot of small ones.
Well, like, our bags are a bushel?
Oh,
No.
we didn't do bags, we did baskets.
But when we do the bags, are those a bushel?
It's like half.
No,
Half bushel, three-quarter?
Yeah, about half.
About half. So when we do 30, that's really like 15. So you had a lot of clam.
Yeah,
Chucked a lot of clam out there.
Yeah. So we're good. The clams are mainly on the western half of the bed, around the white buoy. So if you go climbing, send everyone to the other side.
That happened?
Yeah, it's just the way it went with the tide.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was pretty cool because we were over at the area by Sunken Island, and so the aquaculture school was there doing some kind of experiment.
Oh, cool.
And then we were dredging right next to them, and then I see this thing, and I thought it was like a big plastic bottle, and then it went under, and it was a seal. So the seal was like swimming around.
By
and I
Sunken
guess,
Island?
yeah, right there where we're doing all the clamming. So I don't know if it was eating the fish that were eating the broken clams, or if it was just going after broken clams. So,
A seal.
Just one seal?
I've never seen one.
just one seal. Well, that's all I saw was one.
Have you ever seen one before on Long Island Sound?
At the end of Penfield Reef and then out at Middleburn. But never like this early, that close in. It was a
Good
big,
thing.
big, great thing, you know.
Crazy.
So yeah, that's done. So we have clams in the water. So it'll be good till we do our next one next year.
Great. Good way to end the year.
Any questions? Anything else? No?
Did you name the seal?
Yeah, the town seal.
Town seal.
Roger.
Nice. Roger,
Town
the
seal,
doctor.
that's it, you know, yeah. Roger's a drunk. Who knows, maybe it was going to the clam jam.
Clam jam.
All right.
Ethical.
Water and habitat quality.
I'll do it. For the reporting month of November, the town's rain gauge registered approximately 2.86 inches of rain. Total amount of days that shellfishing was closed this calendar year through the last day of the reporting month is 141.
Third.
All right. So we were reopened last week, but Melissa didn't realize we did a relay because Dave did the permit and didn't tell Alyssa, so she reopened us, but we weren't really reopened because we have to do the meat sample. And so we didn't actually open, even though we got that notice. It's a mistake. So the meat sample went in, but we're closed again
Yeah,
because
right.
of the rain.
Mm-hmm. And you have to do
So I
another
gotta
meat
email
sample?
them and find out if the meat
That's what we were
sample's
wondering,
good.
yeah.
Do you have to do another meat sample?
I don't see, if it passed, I don't know why,
Even
it
with
should
all-
be good,
Okay.
right?
Because we got 8 inches of rain.
The new
How much
runoff,
rain did
yeah.
we have?
I
No,
didn't,
it
we
was like
got
3 inches.
5,
3
on the
inches.
no, the
Five
town
island.
thinks at 5.2.
5 one day and 2.73 the previous day.
Jesus.
My basement flooded,
ooh, that's the worst.
with 2 sump pumps running.
So we probably won't reopen until next week.
Been there, terrible.
Sometime,
Well-
maybe Monday,
Yeah, still doing one.
if we're lucky.
The girls clean their room.
All right,
Girls
we're gonna go right to permits and access.
Of course. Permits. So, so we have issued 370 for the year.
All right,
109 via email, 21 at the Sam Clinic,
That's good.
and 239 online. That's definitely the good way to,
yeah.
We'll-
our good decision to get that going. So, last year we were at 413.
Yeah, but, the COVID was a big boost, everyone
Yeah.
found out about us, and then,
It's also a lot of rainy weekends this
Yeah, we've had
A
a
lot
lot.
of rainy weekends.
maybe had some kind of
I
effect on
know.
it.
We've
I
been
mean, the
on,
number of rainy
had one
weekends.
all year.
and, I know we're on Facebook and that, but we need to promote the Shellfish Commission more. I don't know if we need someone else working on Facebook or something, but I'm not on it anymore, but I know
Well,
that,
one thing we need to do, we missed the opportunity last year, is to get into that rec department.
Right, that's one right there, yeah.
I mean, because a lot of people look at that.
Yeah, let's just take that first,
370
start
is
there.
still
get in
really,
the community.
is really,
I mean, it's the second best year we've had, right?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
We're gonna
nothing
break the
symbolic
record
about
every
that.
year.
But
Right.
you're right, having something in the book
Yep.
would
So
definitely make a difference.
puts you on the map.
Everyone looks at
I
the book.
told you, I said it to Louise, my admin at my office, I said, yeah, people use that book, right? And she opens her bag and pulls it out, and she's like, yeah, because we have to get into those camps. So they hold on to that book, because they use
Yeah.
that number, like,
Mm-hmm.
But you hold on to it for other things,
And
there's
the
different
folks-
other information that's in there, I hold on to it, and
Yeah.
I'm not even doing camps anymore, and I
I
hold
know.
on to it.
so, all right, that's it. All right, next subject.
We could
Love
do a little flyer too, if we want to hang up places.
We're on Southport Beach reopening. Rose?
No news.
Okay. Tim, you went on the boat, any, findings?
So Tom and I were on the boat yesterday morning, and thinking we couldn't on the day before on Monday because of the rain and the tide. The tide was too high during the day, so we tried yesterday. About 9 o'clock, we were the only boat on the water. The best thing we saw were the hooded mergansers and the bald eagle in Southport.
Beautiful.
Some of the locations were already underwater. The tide was coming in. Some of the pipes that we located in the last go round with health department were exposed, but all of them were dry. So I think after over 5 inches of rain, if they're not working within 24 hours, then they're probably not working at all. So yeah, unsuccessful reconnaissance yesterday morning.
Collapsed. Does that mean they're just like old pipes that aren't connected in or collapsed?
That's what I tend to think. Some of them probably weep holes, but coming through walls. But some of them are big enough that conveyed water at some point into the harbor. But yeah, I mean, if they're not flowing, I can't imagine when they would actually flow.
Yeah.
Right.
Valid.
Yeah, and some of these have been remedied, because I can remember years ago, Jelliffe, which is in the middle of Southport, Bill Wheeler told me, the owner, and he said that he discovered that they had discharge that was going into the harbor. But he didn't know that, this company that had been there for 100 years.
Right.
And, but this was probably 40 years ago, but he remedied it. So I think a lot of these things have been fixed. I guess the question, Tim, is, I think it's been raised before, is there any way to test north of the tide mill to see whether or not there's bad stuff coming down?
We haven't scouted that out yet by boat, which we could, with a smaller boat or a kayak. I still would like to pursue the DNA analysis with the health department, especially coming from the golf course, which was a high sample near that flap gate. And I also still would like to grab a water sample if I can from the pipe coming behind the golf course's maintenance shed. We found that yesterday, but it was already underwater. So those two locations in the harbor, I think, would be interesting. But yeah, I mean, we could certainly go north of the tide mill and start, doing similar reconnaissance there. I don't know the area well enough where we could launch from, but I mean, we'll get it done.
Are all of those houses on the Country Club Road adjacent to the golf course, are they all on septic?
As far as I know from the health department, I think there may have been some stragglers, but most of them are connected to sewer.
Okay.
Tim, so we did DNA testing a couple of times, and every sample always came up with human in it. And we did do a couple of samples above.
I did, yeah.
Above,
Emerson Road in Mill Road.
Yeah, Tide Mill there. So
I did.
There is some there, but we didn't do a consistent test or anything. We sent in a couple of samples.
I took some, the end of Henderson Road on Mill Road.
But every sample always had human in it, so it's
definitely. Okay, didn't know that. That's helpful.
Yeah, but we were going to do resampling in that and put goose on there and deer and everything, but we never got around to it. COVID came in that. But, I mean, the goose could be outnumbering the human by...
Is it better to try to test right now during the winter? Less, right?
Maybe.
Less animal activity?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there might be less. There was a lot of Canadians in the water, but not on the course yesterday.
A boat?
And the geese tend to congregate. The colder it gets and more everything gets frozen, it'll be wall-to-wall geese south of the tide mill.
So I did talk to the head of maintenance for Fairfield Country Club, and they do have a company that lets dogs out and they chase the geese around, but they have nothing to keep the geese out of the lagoon. I was almost thinking like down at not Bragg.
Ash Creek?
No, the big restaurant in Bridgeport.
Oh, Boca?
Boca. Down at Boca, around the docks, they have like a big tall pole.
Oh, yeah.
With like a black crow on it.
Yeah.
And it just like swings back and forth. I was wondering if they put a couple of those out there, maybe it would keep the geese from just piling right into that lagoon, because that's the outflow where you have the high numbers. So.
Was that Dave you're talking about at the course?
Not Dave.
That's who I was with today.
Yeah, it's the guy that does all the mechanical stuff on the buildings. Joe.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's found an effective way. I mean, some people use border collies and things like this, but the geese, I mean, down in Greenwich, they
just move around.
The problem is they're territorial. They're attacking people in the park.
All right, let's move on.
Well, they don't taste good.
So, commercial shellfish regulations, there's going to be no report tonight. Oyster bed development, Tim?
Nope, not much going on. Just a recycling shell. Dropped off some shell to the Sound School in New Haven. They're making oyster reef balls, and they needed some shell, so they reached out to us, and we dropped off a couple of bushels of shell there for them. Met a couple of students, and they gave us a quick overview of the project. So, other than that, it's pretty quiet.
All right, up boilers. We should probably start looking at pumps.
Someday. Yep.
All right, reports from the Conservation Department. Our fund balance is $33,316.12 as of December 1st. That should go down a little bit once that check bill goes out for the relay. As Lizette said, 370 permits. Cindy reported on the closure period. Budget status, I guess we gotta start looking at that, right? Pretty soon, Tim?
Yeah, we're just starting to get into operational budgets. Nothing much has happened with the administration change as of yet, but yeah, that'll come in, start working in January.
All right, maybe we meet and talk about it at some point in January, after the holidays. Alright, old business. Logistics and planning for the winter event at Sasko Beach. Does anyone here know anything about that?
Well, we had talked about having a bonfire or, a chowder and, sort of a gathering down at the beach. Of course, it's...
SantaCon. Oh, forget it. Maybe it's a bad idea. I just like Santa.
So we're not gonna discuss it tonight because
Okay, cool.
Sean is the one, it's his idea and he's not
Yeah.
here and
Yeah.
we're just not gonna discuss it. Scheduled meeting events, meeting dates and locations for 2024, everyone's good with that?
I found a typo in our last minute.
Oh, did you?
It says the third Wednesday of each month, it's the second.
Oh.
And,
What is on the
Oh, yeah.
second and third?
Second.
It's good
Oh.
to have an eagle.
Right there?
Yeah.
Eagle Eye.
Good editor.
How long has that been there?
well, I don't know, but I just noticed it's on Valentine's Day. I was like, Valentine's Day the third week? I was like, wait a minute, it's become the second week, and so I double checked it,
Oh.
and I won't be here in February.
Okay.
Come on.
My favorite day is Valentine's.
Anything else? All right. Prue, did you get that?
I did, yes, I did.
Great.
Thank
Thank you.
February 14th meeting, like 6 o'clock?
So, status update on the permit cards and system. Tim Bishop, do you wanna go over that?
Sure. Have we, I guess the latest update, since my last one was received today, the JPEG graphic that would be installed on the plastic cards from Tim. So I'm going to reach out to the company tomorrow to at least get a proof and a cost estimate, an updated cost estimate on the cards. And then once I have that, I'm going to circle back with Parks and Rec and start the process with how the software integration would happen and ordering a printer and getting set up. On my end, I instructed staff to place an order for 200 or 300 blue cards to satisfy our needs in the interim in anticipation of launching the new plastic card system.
And this would all come out of our operational budget, or some of it?
Yes,
Okay.
at least some of it.
All right, so we have discussed plastic card, and you get a new card every year, Tim?
Correct.
With
It's just easier tracking and mailing, less labor. Most of the same people in the system would be the ones renewing it, similar to beach stickers. They'd already be in there, all the information. The same system that Parks and Rec uses for beach stickers. We'd piggyback off of them. The revenue would funnel through the system and end up in the right pot instead of having to, collect data and transfer money from another department to conservation. So I think it's going to streamline things a lot, reduce labor on my staff side of things. Instead of writing or make cards by hand and recording stuff in a book, it'll all be digitized. And
That'll be good because we'll have a database that we can track, so we'll know how many renewals we have, and that'll be good.
Yep. All right.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
we're doing it, so we're gonna go to new business. Gathering of the Shellfish Commissioners is on February 3rd. It's a Saturday. Usually starts at 9 o'clock. Anyone interested? Raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just say everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think my daughter's schedule for her competitions.
So I haven't even got the email yet of when the early registration is to get for the best price. So
Yeah.
just let me know.
They usually are pretty good about it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just-
It was definitely very interesting last year. I was glad I went. I definitely went.
Okay, and then the other business, it's not on the agenda. I don't know if it should be or not, but we're probably gonna have election of officers. Or I'm not even sure if that's supposed to be tonight.
Did we just, is it at the end of the year? I thought we did, yeah, we did that like a couple months ago.
No, we asked who wanted to.
No, that was last year.
I don't think so.
Oh, because you were on the committee. I thought that was a couple.
Yes, it was last year.
I think we did it.
No, we didn't. Yeah, we did it last December.
Was
So,
it that long
I'm
ago?
not
Geez, we're all
sure.
very excited about this. Why don't we hurry up?
Now that it's not on the agenda, are we supposed to be voting tonight so that it changes for the new year? Or do we select the little committee and then we vote in January? I think we vote in January.
That sounds,
for what it's worth, even though it's a different commission, but conservation and inland wetlands will be voting on their officers and calendar in December that take effect in January.
All right, so,
All right, so I nominate John Short.
all right.
I nominate John Short,
as chairman.
or that, yeah.
I nominate Tim Macklin, vice chair.
I'll second it.
We have to get
Heard
a
it.
slate.
50th.
Let's get a whole slate.
Slate it up,
And
slate
then
it up, Bruce.
Cindy Wakeman, do you wanna stay as the
Secretary.
secretary? All right, so we got John
Fantastic.
Short, chairman, Tim Macklin, vice chair, and Cindy Wakeman, secretary. That's slate, all in favor?
Aye.
Done.
Okay. On that note, we do have a couple minutes. We have to start thinking about, me and Tim are gonna be, I'm not on the commission in a couple of years. Is anyone here gonna be taking over the vice chair or chairman role?
I think I'm done this
Or
next
do we
year.
need to start looking around, if people can put feelers out, or, but, we wanna try to get someone who's gonna keep everything going. I don't know if Todd,
Whatever.
what your deal is, but,
I think if you read it, you, if you're not replaced, you're there. You don't have to be put to pasture.
There's-
The way I read it.
No,
You could just stay in what?
Until-
No?
There are term limits that are in the town
Yeah.
charter that
They're
are
saying-
irrevocable.
Yeah, no, yeah.
they never be changed, so.
I'm done next year,
If you're not
2024.
still that position.
I don't know how.
Which
so
is crazy.
going.
You're on longer than I was.
Because of, I took
Oh, you
over
filled
for
out
the-
someone else's term.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I
Now
think,
that Todd passed away, I mean, you just move into that.
John, I think your point's well taken. I think that we, at the same time, need to, even if within our present ranks, we,
Right.
found replacements for you and Tim, that we'd still be short commissioners. So, we need to.
Right,
well,
how many commissioners did we have? I feel like we had more when I first joined.
No, there's only 7.
Really? Did it
seven.
always?
Yeah. So,
Just a
everyone
thought, but
that's
what
on
if-
the commi-
What
Go ahead.
if you were able to make alternate positions?
Well, that would help if we weren't, if we were having problems with getting a quorum or whatever. But yeah, if we could make alternates and then those people rotate right into the commission and then, that would work out. So, like, everyone that's been on the commission since, I think, I replaced whoever it was that I replaced, has wanted to be on the commission to do the things that the commission does. It's not like just to hold a seat or something like that.
Right.
So we wanna try to keep that going, you know? Instead of just like, you know, there's always something on the website that says, put your name down if you wanna be on a commission. And you could just get someone that's put on the commission.
Yeah.
If they wanna be on a commission.
We're upwelling, we're making
Yeah. So if
progress
we
here.
can,
Mm-hmm.
you know, someone that has some time and some energy and,
Yeah,
Well,
enthusiastic.
steer 'em our
certainly
way.
do
I
it.
guess
Yeah.
the way for feelers for that would be, when we have, like, the
Clam
clinic.
clinic?
Yeah,
The
I think,
clinics and things like that, and those people that
Yeah,
are
I'll
really
do it.
interested, really,
Whatever.
and say, you know,
So, she's hosting it, she's gonna have to do all that dialing, so we're gonna end the meeting.
yeah.
Okay.
Someone wanna make a motion to end the meeting?
I'll make a motion to end the meeting.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.